Hey, I'm Preston. I'm here in South Africa during this COVID-19 breakout, and I'm excited at this chance to teach yoga to you today. I have had the honor of teaching yoga at the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office for almost 2 years now. So there may be some of you in class who I've had the chance to teach to, and I know that there'll be a lot of you that are new. If this is your first time practicing yoga, congratulations on making the choice to come today. It's a great honor, always, to teach someone their first yoga class. There's a few things that I want to tell you about yoga before we get started. First and foremost, nothing in yoga should ever hurt. Notice the difference between pain and discomfort. If anything's ever painful, come right out of it. If anything is uncomfortable in yoga, we say that it might be worthwhile to sit in that discomfort. So start to notice the difference between pain and discomfort. Additionally, yoga is traditionally practiced with bare feet. If you feel more comfortable practicing with socks on today, that's great. Just do what's right for your body. You know your body better than anyone else. So today, we're going to focus on breathing. We're going to move our body a bit and try to take this moment to create a better day. If there's a block, grab it. And I'm going to head into the studio. Join me. We'll begin class in a seated position. So come to a seat, however is comfortable for you. Taking your time to get there. Either in a traditional cross-legged yoga position, or perhaps you'd like to sit like I like to sit, by bringing one heel in towards your pelvis and then placing your other heel on top. However, if you have a block that you can sit on, grab it. For this recording, I have a pillow, so I'll use that in place. What we're going for here is to have the hips lifted so that we can sit more upright and have a straighter spine. Find your hips flat and your shoulders placed directly over your hips. When you're comfortable to, bring your eyes to a close. We begin and end class in this yogic seat, in a moment of stillness, so that you can familiarize yourself with what it feels like to sit in stillness. Allow your breath to be natural. Watch your breath. Become an observer as the breath travels in through your nose. Let it go through your mouth. Again, just like that. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through your mouth. Breathing at your pace. One more time. Take the air in through your nose and let it go through your mouth. Now slowly remove your block if you were sitting on one, or whatever your prop was, and come to a tabletop position. Tabletop is on all fours, with your wrists below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. To begin loosening up your hips, I invite you to bring circles to your hips, or any organic movement that feels right in your body. Closing your eyes may make this feel more comfortable. And if you circle them in one direction, circle them then in the other. Continuing to breathe at your own pace and staying connected to your breath. Coming back to a neutral tabletop position. With an inhale, bring your shoulders back and your head up, chin up for cow, and then exhale to look back towards your belly button and arch your back like a cat. Again, inhale forward, chin up, shoulders back. Exhale, pulling your belly button to your spine, looking back towards your belly, arching your spine. Again, inhale forward for cow, chin up. Exhale back for cat. Neutral tabletop position. Begin to find your weight on your right hand. With an inhale, bring your left hand forward. Wrist directly out from your shoulder. As you're ready, bring your right leg back. We're balancing on the right hand and the left knee. Finding length from your fingertips to your toes. Hold it here, continue to breathe, and release. Bring your knee down and your hand down. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. So bring your right hand forward and your left leg back. Make sure your shoulder is over your wrist, your hip is over your knee. We call this stacking the joints. Release, back to neutral tabletop. With an inhale, bring your right arm up all the way to the sky and exhale to bring it back down. We're preparing to thread the needle. Again, with an inhale, right arm up. And as you exhale, bring your arm down between your wrist and your knee of your left side, placing the right side of your head onto the mat. And letting your weight ground down through your right shoulder. Once you're here, connect deeper with your breath. Feel your weight drop down and breathe. Pressing into your left hand, inhale to bring your right arm back up, and exhale back down to tabletop. We're going to do the same on the other side, so find your weight on your right hand, and with an inhale, you will bring your left arm up, high, and exhale. Bring it right back down to where it came from. Your next inhale, bring it back up, and exhale to thread the needle. Bringing your wrist between your right hand and your right knee. Placing your left shoulder and the left side of your head down onto the mat. Once it's here, and once you're here, connect with your breath, check in with your breath, and lower your center of gravity down onto the mat. With an inhale, press into your right hand and bring your left hand to the sky and slowly lower your wrist down. Our next position is toes pose. So walking your hands back,
Bring your knees up, and we're going to sit onto our toes. Our hips come down onto our toes. If your little toe needs some help getting onto the mat, adjust it. Shoulders over hips. Bring your hands together at your heart. This gets uncomfortable pretty quickly. However, it is worthwhile. We ask our feet to get us everywhere we need to go. And so it's important in our yoga practice to stretch our feet. Activating your core and firing up your breath will get you through. Continue to breathe. And release. Walking your hands forward, gently coming out of this. Tabletop is our transition. Bring your toes to the mat and lift up to high plank. Shoulders over your wrists, hips high, flat back. Now bend at your knees and lift your hips higher for downward facing dog. Adjusting your feet so that you can have a straight line from your wrists to your hips. Begin to pedal out your legs, bending at one knee and lowering the other heel down. Back and forth, moving with your breath. One heel down, then the other. Downward facing dog. Now walk your hands back to your feet and find a big bend at your knees. A bend that allows for your torso to connect with your thighs. Grabbing for opposite elbow, or perhaps you'd like to bring your hands behind your back. What we're going for here is releasing tension in the neck. So shake your head yes and no. Shake it left to right, forward, back. And release your hands down. Straighten your legs. And with an inhale, lift up to a halfway lift, bringing your hands to your shins or your thighs, finding a flat back. Exhale, back down. One more time, we'll inhale up to a half lift and exhale down. Bringing the bend back to your knees, walk your hands forward. Coming again to high plank. Our joints are stacked in the arms, so your shoulders are over your elbows, over your wrists, with a flat back. Staying connected to your breath and slowly coming down like a board to the mat. Hands stay alongside your chest. Hips press into the mat. Lower your forehead down to the mat. Inhale, bringing your head up, shoulders up for cobra. And exhale, your chest and your head back down. This lift comes from the lower back. Again, inhaling up and exhaling down. In cobra, our hands are just there as place settings. The lift comes from our lower back. So one more time. Inhale up and exhale to lower back down. Bring your knees wide and your toes together as you draw your hips back to child's pose. Head to the mat, hips coming towards your heels. This is an important pose to know, as if you are in a yoga class and there's ever a position that doesn't feel right for you, this position is available to you. Lifting up, walking your hands back, we're going to flip over onto your back. So gently lowering down into a supine position on your spine. Once you're on your back, find a full body stretch. Arms above head, toes point long. Inhale to find length, and exhale to draw your knees in towards your belly, grabbing just below your knees to pull them in towards you. Couple breaths here. Feeling your lower back onto the mat. Now grabbing for your right knee, let your left leg go long. You have interlaced fingers just below your right knee, and you're drawing your knee up towards your shoulder. Your left foot has the toes coming back towards your face and the heel pressing forward. Now we're going to bring it to a supine twist. So bring your right arm out from the shoulder and draw your knee across your body. Your gaze, your vision is up towards the ceiling or out towards your extended arm. Make sure that your joints in your hips are stacked. Your right hip is over your left hip. You can increase this stretch by pulling your belly towards your spine. And as you feel complete, bring your knee back to your shoulder, just as we had it before. Interlace grip just below the knee. Pulling it like you could press the knee into your armpit. Now draw your left knee in. So you have both knees in towards you, but they're not together this time. Gently pulling them towards their correlating shoulder and staying connected to your breath. Allow your right leg now to extend forward as you find that same grip below your knee on your left knee. Drawing it up towards your shoulder, alongside your torso, not up over your ribs. And again, we'll come to supine twist. So bring your right hand to your left knee and draw your knee across your body. Your left arm is directly out from the shoulder. Your hips are stacked, one on top of the other. You're looking up towards the ceiling or out towards your extended arm. And as you feel balanced and you've matched the other side, bring your knee back towards your shoulder. Same grip, same position. Giving it a few more breaths here. Seeing if maybe your knee can come a little bit closer to your shoulder with no expectation that it does. What's most important is that you're breathing. With an inhale, draw your right knee back in so you have both your knees in towards you, and then draw them together. This is called wind removing pose. We were here before. Lower back is to the mat. With an exhale, again, full body stretch. Inhale, right knee back in. We're going somewhere different now. bring your left heel up off the mat to about 30 degrees. With an exhale, kick and use the leverage to come up to a seat. Sitting tall in your seat, wrap your right arm around your left knee. Sit tall. Stay connected to your breath, and then drop your knee to the side and bring the bottom of your right foot to your inner left thigh. Grabbing with your left hand to your left toes or wrist. We're going to inhale to bring the arm up and exhale to bend. Again, we're inhaling the arm as it comes up, straight up, and with your exhale, bending to reach for your extended arm. And one more time, you'll inhale, bringing the arm straight up, and exhale as you bend, reaching towards your wrist or forearm and finding a grip at your arm. Once you've got the grip, open up your chest towards the ceiling. This is where you'll really feel the stretch. 3 breaths here. And gently release, letting go of your leg, sitting up straight. Now take your extended leg and bring it across over your knee. So your left leg is over your right knee. Sit up straight. Shake it out if you need. Bring your left hand behind you as a kickstand. And again, find a tall spine. Inhale your right arm to the sky. And then bring your elbow to the outside of your knee. Sit up straight as you inhale. And exhale as you twist back towards that kickstand you're making with your hand. 3 breaths here. Remember to breathe here. This is an intense position in which we are detoxing our organs, wringing them out like a mop. Releasing back through center. And then switching out the legs. Just kick it and bring the other one on top. So now you've got your right knee on top. Find your position. Sit tall. Right hand behind you for the kickstand. Right knee on top, right hand behind. You inhale as you bring your arm up. Exhale as you bring your elbow outside your knee. Inhale for a long spine. And exhale to twist. 3 breaths. Always remembering to breathe in these twists. Releasing back through center. Being gentle with your body. And now as we were on the other side. So right leg extends out. And your left foot has the bottom of your foot towards your inner thigh of your right leg. Find a grip on your right leg. It might not be the same spot as the other. And just as we did, you're going to inhale the arm up and exhale as you bend. 3 times. So again, inhale, arm up, and then exhale as you bend towards your right wrist. 1 more time. Inhale up and exhale to the bend. Find a grip at your wrist or your arm. And then open up your chest towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. Being gentle with your body, not pushing it any further than it can go. Slowly releasing. Sitting up. Bringing your knee up Your left knee comes up. Your left foot is flat on the ground. Wrap your arms around your knee to help you sit up straight. And we're going to kick back just as we did earlier. So sit up straight. Inhale. Bring your hands around your knee. And then let your back fall back, head back. Your left knee is pulled in towards your shoulder. And with an exhale, your right heel comes to the ground. From here, we're going to bring the right knee in, as we had before, and draw the knees together. Our movement of the class is coming to a finish. So if there are any positions that you have not had the chance to do, that your body's asking for, now's the time. If you're ready to rest, you can begin to transition to Shavasana, or corpse pose, our final resting position. Perhaps you want to do so by another full body stretch, or by just coming directly to Shavasana. Shavasana will have your hands out from your hips, the back of your head into the mat. Your toes can fall to the side. The only thing that you need to do in Shavasana is maintain stillness. This is the moment where all of the freshly oxygenated blood that you just created through these poses can flow freely through your body. Fidget if you need to at first to find a comfortable position, and then find stillness. I will cue you on when and how to come out. As we transition out of Shavasana and back into the day, I want you to do so slowly, starting to find a slight wiggle to your toes, to your fingers, and then slowly bringing your heels together and your arms above head for our last full body stretch of the practice. As you're ready, draw your knees back in towards your chest and roll over onto your left side, using your bicep as a pillow. Lift up with your other hand and come to a seated position. Any seated position that feels comfortable for you, with or without a block. We take our last moment of stillness here. Sit up straight with your shoulders above your hips and begin to check in on how you feel. How does your physical body feel? How does your emotional body feel? Do you feel happier or stronger than when you stepped onto your mat? Now bringing your hands together at your heart Palms together, shoulders back. We take our last moment here to set an intention for your day, if you so choose. Whether that's how you want to feel today, how you want to be today, how you want to interact with the world today. Bringing your hands up, your thumbs to your third eye. Bend forward to seal the practice. With gratitude, all the way from South Africa, I thank you for joining me for this class. Namaste.